Most seniors try their best to eat healthier. So it's heartbreaking when something you believed was good for you turns out to be silently working against your body. Blood sugar spikes don't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it's just the extra fatigue, the poor sleep, the foggy memory. And too often the culprit is sitting right in your fruit bowl. Sweet, innocent, and surprisingly dangerous, especially after 60. Today we're exposing one very common fruit that doctors say may be harming senior blood sugar without any warning signs, and showing you what to eat instead. If you care about living longer, feeling stronger, and keeping your mind sharp after 60, hit the like button and subscribe. We break down real medical research in ways that feel simple, human, and helpful, just like a trusted friend would. Let's take better care of you, together. Grapes. Sweet, juicy, innocent-looking grapes. A fruit that's long been associated with health, vitality, and even luxury. But for seniors, especially those watching their blood sugar, grapes might be doing more harm than good. And the worst part? Most seniors have no idea how fast this fruit can quietly push their blood sugar levels into dangerous territory, even when eaten in small handfuls. Doctors are now warning that while grapes may look harmless, their high glycemic load makes them one of the most deceptive fruits for older adults trying to manage energy, sleep, memory, and overall health. Let's start with what makes grapes so problematic. Experts explain that grapes are essentially sugar bombs in a thin skin. While they contain natural sugar called glucose and fructose, which may sound innocent, those sugars act fast once inside your body. Unlike other fruits, grapes don't offer much fiber to slow down that sugar rush. So the moment you eat them, your body absorbs the sugar quickly, causing a sudden spike in blood glucose. And for someone over 60, whose body may already be less efficient at regulating sugar, that spike can take a serious toll. Doctors have observed that many seniors who struggle with fatigue, brain fog, mood swings, or poor sleep never suspect that fruit could be part of the problem. But what studies show is clear. Grapes can trigger what's called a glycemic roller coaster. That's when your blood sugar shoots up quickly after eating, giving you a brief burst of energy, followed by a steep crash. After the crash, you may feel shaky, tired, irritable, or even confused. And this cycle repeats itself every time grapes, or similar high glycemic fruits, are consumed without balancing fiber, fat, or protein. For seniors, this pattern is especially dangerous. Experts explain that repeated blood sugar spikes and crashes wear out the body's ability to respond to insulin, a hormone that helps manage sugar. Over time, this can increase the risk of insulin resistance, prediabetes, and full-blown type 2 diabetes. Even if you've never been diagnosed with a blood sugar disorder, this fruit can silently nudge you toward one. Doctors warn that many older adults develop metabolic issues in their 60s and 70s not because of junk food, but because of daily habits they thought were healthy. And grapes are one of those habits. Many seniors enjoy grapes as a nighttime snack. It feels light, safe, and satisfying. But researchers have found that eating high-sugar fruits before bed can actually disturb sleep. As the sugar enters your bloodstream, your body responds with insulin, which changes hormone levels and interferes with deep sleep cycles. That's why some older adults wake up around 3 a.m., feeling restless, sweaty, or anxious without knowing why. Doctors say the culprit could be something as simple as a bowl of grapes after dinner. Some seniors also notice more joint pain or stiffness the next morning. That's not a coincidence. High blood sugar, especially when it spikes and drops, creates inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a hidden trigger for arthritis flares, brain fog, and even heart disease. One study from a European aging center found that older adults who consistently ate high glycemic fruits, like grapes, had higher inflammatory markers than those who limited them. Inflammation is slow and sneaky. You don't always feel it right away, but over time, it drains your energy, tightens your joints, and can even cloud your memory. There's also the portion problem. Grapes are easy to overeat. They don't require peeling or cutting. They're bite-sized and deliciously sweet, so you sit down to have a few, and before you know it, the entire bunch is gone. That could mean you've consumed the equivalent of 5 to 6 teaspoons of sugar in one sitting. And because your brain doesn't register that sugar the same way it would with cake or soda, it feels healthy. But the metabolic impact is very similar. Now, some people argue that grapes also contain antioxidants like resveratrol, which can be good for heart health. That's true, in theory. But the dose of resveratrol you'd get from grapes is very small. To get the same amount used in studies, you'd have to eat dozens and dozens of grapes daily, which would spike your sugar dangerously. Experts explain that the antioxidant benefit just doesn't outweigh the blood sugar cost, especially after 60. So what can you do if you love grapes? Doctors recommend treating them like a dessert, something you eat in very small amounts, maybe paired with protein or fat like a few almonds. But ideally, swap them for fruits with lower glycemic impact. Berries, for example, offer fiber, antioxidants, and sweetness without the sugar spike. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, they're all better options for older adults managing energy, weight, or blood sugar. And they also support brain health in a way grapes don't. It's also important to recognize how quickly sugar from grapes can build up when juiced. Grape juice is one of the worst offenders for older adults. Without fiber and with concentrated sugar, one small glass of grape juice can deliver over 30 grams of sugar in minutes. That's more than many sodas. Studies show that even natural fruit juice can contribute to weight gain, increased belly fat, and even fatty liver disease in seniors who drink it daily. Doctors have observed that once seniors reduce or remove grapes and grape juice from their routine, they often report fewer energy crashes, better sleep, clearer focus, and less joint stiffness. These aren't small changes, they're life-giving. Many older adults have been told to eat more fruit without being guided on which fruits are actually supportive for their stage of life. And unfortunately, that one-size-fits-all advice can backfire. So if you've been waking up tired, struggling with focus, or feeling achy after meals, even if you eat healthy, take a closer look at the fruit on your plate. Grapes might be quietly sabotaging your progress. And once you replace them with better alternatives, you may feel the difference within just a few days. Your energy, your clarity, your mood, they all deserve better support than what high-sugar fruits can offer after 60. This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. The freedom to wake up feeling clear-headed, to move through the day with steady energy, to rest deeply at night, and to protect your body with every bite you take. Grapes might seem like a small detail, but for your health they could be a big turning point. There's something deeply reassuring about holding a small bowl of berries in your hand. For many seniors, it brings back memories of summer days, garden walks, or a loved one gently saying, "Eat these, they're good for you." And they were right, because while some fruits may secretly spike blood sugar, berries, especially blueberries and raspberries, quietly do the opposite. They protect, they nourish, and most importantly, they help the body age with strength and clarity. Doctors have observed that one of the smartest dietary shifts after 60 is choosing low glycemic fruits, and berries are often at the top of that list. What makes them special isn't just their sweet taste, it's what they don't do. They don't flood your bloodstream with sugar. They don't raise insulin sharply. They don't leave you feeling tired, foggy, or hungry an hour later. Instead, they offer fiber, antioxidants, and natural compounds that gently support blood sugar balance, especially in the hours after a meal. Researchers explain that both blueberries and raspberries contain powerful pigments called anthocyanins. These natural compounds don't just give berries their vibrant color. They also reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and may help the body process glucose more efficiently. In fact, several studies have shown that seniors who consume a small serving of berries daily show better blood sugar control than those who eat higher glycemic fruits like bananas, pineapple, or yes, grapes. The difference lies in the fiber. Berries, especially raspberries, are unusually high in dietary fiber for a fruit. That means the natural sugars they contain are absorbed more slowly. You don't get a sudden spike. You get a slow, steady release. This matters more than most people realize. Because as we age, the body becomes more sensitive to these glucose surges. The pancreas may not respond as quickly, the insulin released may not be as efficient, and that's how small, daily sugar spikes turn into long-term blood sugar problems. Doctors have observed this subtle shift in thousands of seniors. It doesn't always show up in fasting glucose. It doesn't always mean full-blown diabetes, but it often presents as energy crashes, fuzzy memory, frequent urination, and slow wound healing. All signs that blood sugar may not be as balanced as it once was, and this is where the right fruit choices can quietly make all the difference. Experts explain that a half cup of blueberries or raspberries can be part of a powerful breakfast, especially when paired with protein or healthy fat. Unlike sugary cereal or white toast, berries help you start your day with nutrients that support, not sabotage, your glucose. In fact, one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who consumed berries with their morning meal had significantly lower insulin responses than those who ate high-carb breakfasts alone. That means less stress on the body, less strain on the blood vessels, and more stable energy throughout the morning. It's also about the brain. The antioxidant compounds in berries don't just affect blood sugar, they also cross the blood-brain barrier. Studies show that seniors who consume blueberries regularly may experience slower cognitive decline. One long-term study from Harvard involving over 16,000 older women found that those who ate more berries preserved brain function by as much as 2.5 years. That's not a small gain. That's more memories held onto, more independence, more clarity. Raspberries in particular deserve extra attention. Just 1 cup provides a remarkable 8 grams of fiber, nearly a third of the daily recommended intake. And because they're low in calories and sugar, they offer a delicious way to satisfy a sweet tooth without triggering a blood sugar spike. That's a rare combination in the fruit world. Doctors have observed that one of the most dangerous traps seniors fall into is assuming that all fruits are equally healthy. But they're not. Some, like watermelon and grapes, digest quickly and behave almost like candy in the bloodstream. Others, like berries, offer sweetness wrapped in protective fiber and brain-boosting compounds. The body feels the difference, and over time the impact is profound. Experts warn that for seniors who are pre-diabetic, or even managing type 2 diabetes, the right fruit can be a daily medicine. Berries, eaten regularly, may reduce the need for more aggressive interventions. They can also improve gut health by feeding the good bacteria that influence everything from digestion to mood. In other words, they don't just help the blood, they help the whole system. What's more, berries are incredibly versatile. They freeze well, retain their nutrients when frozen, and can be easily added to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. Don't need to eat a lot. Even 2 or 3 tablespoons a day can be enough to support better glucose control and reduce inflammation. And unlike dried fruits, which concentrate sugar and remove fiber, whole, fresh, or frozen berries keep their full health benefits intact. But beyond the science, there's an emotional layer too. Choosing a bowl of berries, especially when you used to reach for cookies or crackers, can be an act of quiet strength. It's a decision that says, I still care about my health. I still believe my body can heal. And it can. Even after 60. Even after years of blood sugar ups and downs, doctors have observed patients in their 70s and 80s who've made simple dietary swaps, replacing high-sugar fruits with berries, and seen meaningful changes. Less fatigue, fewer sugar crashes, better sleep, and most importantly, the emotional boost that comes from feeling a bit more in control of your health again. If you've been feeling uncertain about fruit, if you've wondered whether you have to give up sweetness to manage blood sugar, know that berries may be your best ally. They offer the joy of flavor without the danger of spikes. They offer protection in every bite, and they carry with them the wisdom of nature. A reminder that some of the most powerful medicines don't come from a bottle. They come from the earth, gently grown, perfectly designed for the aging body. So the next time you open your fridge and see a bowl of fresh blueberries and pause, smile. You're not just making a snack, you're making a choice that supports your heart, your mind, and your future. And that more than anything else, is the kind of sweetness that truly lasts. Because healing doesn't always require a breakthrough. Sometimes it just begins with a berry. There's a simple habit many seniors have: waking up and starting the day with fruit. A bowl of grapes, a banana, or a few slices of melon. It seems healthy, it seems light, it seems gentle. But doctors are warning. Eating fruit on an empty stomach, especially after age 60, can quietly harm blood sugar regulation, even if it's natural sugar. And if you're someone who's waking up foggy, feeling weak before lunch, or dealing with strange energy crashes before noon, your fruit habits might be the hidden reason. Doctors explain that as we age, our insulin sensitivity declines. That means the body doesn't manage sugar as efficiently as it used to, even the natural kind. And most fruits are loaded with natural sugar called fructose. On their own, without fiber buffers or stabilizing nutrients, these sugars rush into the bloodstream. The result? A sudden spike, a quick crash, and often a hidden cycle of hunger, fatigue, or even dizziness that follows. You might not feel it right away, but the effects compound day after day. That's why experts are now saying it's not just about what fruit you eat, it's when and how you eat it. Timing and pairing matter more after 60 than ever before. Let's break that down simply. Imagine biting into an apple. Now picture that same apple paired with a spoonful of almond butter, or a few walnuts, or even a slice of cheese. What happens inside the body is different. The healthy fats and proteins act like brakes. They slow down digestion. They keep blood sugar from rising too fast. They turn that apple into a balanced, steady-release fuel, instead of a sugar spike on an empty tank. In one study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed fruit alone in the morning had sharper blood glucose spikes than those who paired the same fruit with a small amount of protein or healthy fat. And over weeks, the group that paired their fruit showed better energy, fewer cravings, and improved fasting blood sugar. This is no longer just theory. It's clinically observed reality. Small changes in food combinations lead to noticeable differences in how older bodies feel and function. Doctors have also observed that starting the day with only fruit, especially soft, high glycemic fruits like bananas, grapes, watermelon, or pineapple, can cause what's called a rebound crash. That means blood sugar goes up fast but then falls sharply mid-morning. For seniors, this is especially dangerous, because that drop isn't just about feeling tired. It can cause confusion, shakiness, lightheadedness, or even increase the risk of a fall. The brain and body need steady energy, not roller coasters. And that's where smart fruit habits come. Experts now advise seniors to view fruit like a complement, not a base. In other words, don't build your meal around fruit. Add it in to round things out. So instead of just having fruit, try yogurt with berries, or a hard-boiled egg with half a sliced pear, even a handful of almonds with apple slices. These simple pairings help the body absorb fruit more gently. They protect insulin levels, and they avoid the mid-morning slump so many people just accept as normal aging. There's also a timing issue many seniors don't know. Doctors explain that morning is the worst time to eat fruit on its own. After a night of fasting, your body is most insulin-resistant first thing in the morning, meaning sugar hits harder. If you're going to enjoy fruit solo, the afternoon is safer. That's when blood sugar levels tend to stabilize. The body's rhythm is better prepared for glucose. So a small piece of fruit as an afternoon snack, especially after a meal, does far less harm than fruit alone at 7 a.m. Still, pairing is always better. Even just 68 nuts, a spoon of nut butter, or a cube of cheese makes a massive difference. And for those with pre-diabetes or diagnosed type 2, this becomes non-negotiable. It's not about cutting fruit, it's about being wiser with it. A few small adjustments now can help avoid the need for stricter interventions later. And most importantly, you feel the benefits quickly. More steady energy, less hunger, fewer brain fog spells, better sleep, more confidence in your own body. One example doctors give is the Mediterranean approach. In countries like Greece and Italy, older adults rarely eat fruit alone. It's almost always part of a small plate, combined with cheese, seeds, or yogurt. They see food not just as nutrients, but as something rhythmic and respectful to the body. And that rhythm, how you eat, not just what, protects long-term health. It keeps blood sugar stable without counting every carb. It supports the gut. It reduces inflammation. And it helps the brain stay sharper with age. Another point doctors make: fruit juice is not fruit. Many seniors still believe a glass of orange juice in the morning is healthy. But that's a sugar bomb in disguise. It has zero fiber. It hits the bloodstream in seconds. It pushes insulin levels up faster than soda. And for older adults with borderline glucose issues, this alone can push them into dangerous territory. Even no sugar-added juices are not safe. Experts recommend skipping juice entirely, and instead choosing whole fruit, always with something alongside it. So what should seniors do? Start simple. Don't panic. Just rethink the fruit moment. Add a handful of nuts to your morning banana. Swap orange juice for half a grapefruit with breakfast. Put some full-fat yogurt with your berries. Or move your fruit habit to the afternoon as a follow-up to lunch. You don't have to give up anything. Just pair it. Just time it. Just stay kind to your blood sugar because it touches everything. Energy, memory, sleep, even your immune system. If you've ever felt frustrated by blood sugar swings but didn't want to cut healthy foods, this is your answer. It's not about elimination. It's about harmony. Timing and pairing. Two small tools that give you back control, stability, and peace inside your body. Experts explain that even a 10% improvement in blood sugar regulation after 60 leads to significantly better aging outcomes over the next decade. That's worth it. And it starts with something as simple as what's on your breakfast plate. So today, before you reach for that fruit, ask yourself, can I pair this? Can I shift the time? Can I give my body what it needs to handle it well? You have the power, you have the knowledge, and now you have the tools to use fruit in a way that supports your health, instead of secretly hurting it. Because aging well isn't about giving up sweetness. It's about giving your body the support it needs to handle it with grace. Start small, pair wisely, protect your energy. You deserve to feel steady, clear, and strong every single morning.